I'm Ashley Oji, and welcome to a new season of the Blue Wave Sports Show.
And I'm Daphne August. Thank you for joining us today for our winter break recap show. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed their break. These student athletes were hard at work as FAU sports continued. You might have missed some of the action, but here at OWL TV, we have you covered. Let's kick off the show with FAU football. The last time we checked in with the football team, the Owls played in their final home game of the season against the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Unfortunately, losing 24-17. They had to bounce back quickly because the final two games of the season were on the road. The first was against the number 8th ranked Florida Gators.
Yes, the Owls shocked the college football world and stood toe-to-toe with the Gators. The Owls' defense held the Gators scoreless in the first half. However, the Gators escaped in overtime with a 20-14 win.
In their final showdown of the season, the Owls did in fact get a 33-31 victory over the Old Dominion Monarchs in Virginia, bringing their season record to 3-9.
Indeed, the Owls' record didn't show how talented this year's team actually was. A lot had to do with the lack of offense, so after a season, FAU parted ways with offensive coordinator Brian Wright and hired Travis Trickett from Samford University Bulldogs. Samford averaged 479.7 yards per game this season and 34.6 points per game.
With the addition of Trickett and the young secondary, FAU football looks bright and promising for 2016.
We surely hope so.
One event that continues to grow and has a promising future here in our community is the Monarch Boca Raton Bowl, hosted at the beautiful FAU Stadium. The second annual Monarch Boca Raton Bowl was played here at FAU, and despite the waning weather, this was a great experience for the teams, the city, and the entire FAU family. I was there to check out all the excitement. After the success of the inaugural game, the Monarch Boca Raton Bowl is back at the beautiful FAU Stadium. The two teams representing in this year's game is the Toledo Rockets from the MAC Conference and the Temple Owls from the AAC Conference. Toledo Rockets fans and Temple Owls fans joined together for a fan fest to support their team right before the big game. The Temple Owls were the first to put points on the board with a field goal. However, the Rockets controlled the whole game thanks to their defense. Toledo's defense put the Rockets on the board with a safety. The ensuing possession for the Rockets were kept off when Corey Jones broke through several tackles to find the end zone for the first touchdown in the second annual Monarch Boca Raton Bowl. At the end of the first half, Toledo's James Vest booted a 30-yard field goal to extend the Rockets' lead 12-3. Toledo's defense held Temple to 67 yards of offense in the first half. In the third quarter, the Rockets' defense held the Owls to 2 field goals. Toledo leads 12-9 midway in the third. Fourth quarter, Toledo's quarterback Philip Ely finds Cody Thompson for a one-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. Rockets lead 19-9. Temple looks to score, but Toledo's Jawan Hines comes up with the interception, which sets up a Kareem Hunt 1-yard touchdown. The lead is now 25-9. Temple answered back with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, 25-17. Rockets ended the game scoring a touchdown, bringing the final score of the second annual Monarch Boca Raton Bowl 32-17.
The Boca Bowl was great. There were a lot of festivities for the teams, and it gives FAU Stadium a chance to get national exposure.
Switching gears now, the FAU men's basketball team played Michigan State in their season opener, losing 82-55. The Owls also played in the Orange Bowl Basketball Classic against the Florida State Seminoles. Let's take a look back at the Classic game highlights and other games that the Owls played during the break. FAU is not too far from home. They're right here at the BB&T Center, located in Sunrise, Florida, to take on the Florida State Seminoles. This is the 5th meeting between these two. Florida State has won the previous 4. FAU is looking to improve to 3-8 in their 3rd appearance in the Orange Bowl Classic. FAU got off to an incredible start by an alley-oop from CJ Turman. Ronald Delf, playing his 2nd game as an Owl, banks in a shot. 1 out of 3 made in the first half, resulting in 6 points. Everything was clicking in the first half offensively for FAU, shooting 54%, resulting in 35 points, and holding FSU to 26% for 23 points. In the second half, FSU came to life, tying the game at 44 with a little under 10 minutes left to play, led by Dwayne Bacon, who finished the game with 23 points, while FAU went on a 4-minute scoring drought. The Owls fall to the Seminoles, 64-59. FSU Dwayne Bacon takes the Orange Bowl Basketball Classic MVP award to Tallahassee. FAU is now 2-9 and looking to bounce back when they travel to New York to face Hofstra on Tuesday, December 22nd. FAU men's basketball team headed 3 hours north of Boca Raton to take on the Knights of UCF. Owls got off to a good start, leading the Knights 14-8 early in the game. FAU had to deal with the 7-foot, 6-inch center, Taco Fall, who had 3 blocks but was held scoreless in the first half. The Knights went on an 11-0 run to end the first half, while FAU shot air balls. Knights led 34-25 heading to halftime. Second half, FAU let their foot off the pedal, allowing the Knights to shoot 53%, totaling for 41 points. The bright spot for the Owls? Freshman forward Jesse Hill had a career-high 22 points. Senior captain Jackson Trapp, an Orlando native playing for the final time in his hometown, finished the game scoring 15 points in 31 minutes of play. Despite a strong performance by Jesse Hill and Jackson Trapp, the Owls falls to the Knights, 75-61. The men's basketball season is not going how everyone expected, only winning 2 out of their first 16 games.
Before we head over to see how the women's team is doing, Daphne, 2 big announcements were made regarding the men's team during the break. Let's take a look to see what they were.
An Owl wants to return back to the nest. Sophomore guard Justin Massey announced that he wants to return to FAU to resume his basketball career. Massey, who transferred over to Brown University this past summer to play alongside his twin brother Jason, to continue to get a degree while playing competitive basketball. Massey played in 29 games last season as an Owl and averaged 7.5 points per game. Justin told me it wasn't the right situation at Brown and he was happier at FAU and FAU better suits him. Massey is expected to sit out for a year due to NCAA transfer rules, but plans to come back to FAU in January for the start of the spring semester and is very excited to be back. Welcome back, Massey. Here at FAU Arena, I'm Daphne August with the Blue Wave Sports Show. FAU's men's basketball team has dismissed sophomore center CJ Turman from the team. Turman started in all 11 games for the Owls this season and led the Owls in scoring and rebounding, averaging 9.9 points and 7 rebounds per game. In a statement released by FAUsports.com, head coach Michael Curry said, CJ has not lived up to the standards required to be a member of our basketball family. We have worked extremely hard to establish a culture within our program that would lead to a lifetime of success for our student athletes. CJ has not met the necessary obligations which led to this decision. We love CJ and wish only success for him in the future. Turman's departure leaves the Owls with a single center on their roster, sophomore Ronald Delf, who has played in a handful of games for FAU.
Daphne, what happened with CJ?
Well, CJ Turman was our leading scorer and rebounder, and he got dismissed from the team after domestic abuse allegations were brought forward by his former girlfriend. The young woman, who is a resident student, filed a report with FAU's police on October 2nd, 2015, that described a violent relationship between these two parties. Turman, in response, filed a domestic abuse allegation against the girlfriend a day after her allegations and denied these allegations. No charges was filed due to lack of evidence and witnesses, but the allegations were enough to dismiss Turman from the team. He also lied to head coach Michael Curry. This led to his dismissal as an FAU Owl. He is no longer enrolled at FAU. On a brighter note, the fall 2015 academic report said an FAU program record high GPA of a 3.02. It also had 269 students who earned a 3.0 GPA or higher. and 20 of these student athletes posted a 4.0 GPA.
Thank you for the insight, Daphne. The women's team is having a much better season as they started off their season dominating Akron 91-77. The Lady Owls are currently 10-4 and hope to repeat the same as last year, playing in the Conference USA tournament. And congratulations to the women's soccer team who ended their season playing in the Conference USA tournament, falling to the Old Dominion Monarchs 2-1 in Miami. Also, the women's volleyball team went 18-11 in 2015 with a 10-6 mark in Conference USA matches to earn the number 5 seed in the CUSA tournament. The Lady Owls did, however, suffer a loss in the quarterfinals of the Conference USA tournament against North Texas.
Thank you guys for watching this special Blue Wave Winter Recap. Tune in within the next upcoming weeks as we start the regular show for the spring semester.
For more information about Owl TV, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.